Hey YouTube, how you doing? Kevin here coming at you with another video. I recently picked up a Kawasaki KD100M. It was a junk bike. It was complete, but it was a junk bike. So this is the engine off of it. Just pulled it off. I robbed the cylinder off of it. You can see how bad the piston is and all just the slop in the piston. You can't even get the rust pin off. I mean, it's just hammered. So the reason why I did this video is to show you that even junk can have a good purpose. Okay? So if you have a junk bike and you have the parts one, it's good to strip these things down because you can take the transmission out of them. The sprocket on this and this one right here is junk. But it had a good magneto, had a good carburetor on it. But I wanted to show you this. Underneath here, on this side, you can see the cracks. See if I can expand it for you. See the cracking? Right there? That's what you gotta be careful for. Because water got in this. If you see cracks, chances are it's junk. Okay? I'm gonna pull it apart anyway to see what how bad it is. But I mean, this engine right here has been sitting underwater and then frozen to the point where it cracked. However, everything turns over really nicely. Go figure. I honestly did not see that coming, and the oil that's coming out of it was actually pretty clean. So we're gonna drain that out of oil, and what do you call it? Yeah, strip it down for parts. So good parts. But the other part of this video I wanted to show you, which is the purpose of this video, was to show you how easy it was to convert a KE100 motor. Right here, there's a KE100 motor. For demonstration purposes, I left the rings off of it so I didn't have to contend with those. I'll show you. I wanted to show you how easy it was to take a KE100 and turn it into a KM100. So, this is a KD100, this motor right here. And this one right here is a KE100. That's the bike I worked on, and I was showing you the transmission on it. So what I have here in front of you, move this over here, boom and boom, right here, focus in on those. Okay, hold on, just give me a second. These are two different cylinders, okay? You can see by the exhaust ports, the KE is diagonal, and the studs, and it's also in the center. The KM or KD or MC1 are also diagonal, but they're off to the side. Okay, that's because on the KE series bikes, it has the two frame poles that come up, and then the exhaust goes between them. And on these style bikes with the KM, the KD, and the MC, have the pole in the middle, so the exhaust goes around it. All right. So for ease of doing this video, I left the rings off here, and I'm using an older style piston. Okay, so the purpose of this video is to show you that if you have a KD100, if you have a KM100, or if you have a MC1, which is a 90cc, you only need to put a 100 jug on it and replace the piston. The strokes are the same. The only bike that has a different stroke out of any of these is the 80. Okay, it has a different crank. That's it. Okay, so if you have any of these bikes and you need to, if you have an 80, in order to make an 80 into 100, you have to replace the cylinder and you have to replace the crank and piston. That's it. But they're all the same. So the bike originally was a KD. This motor right here that I'm working on is actually a a KE100. And that's how the cylinder fits on. And now it's back to its original state of a KE100. To make this thing a KM100 or a KD100, I simply slide the jug off. Make sure the piston pins that are on here, is one pin here and one on the other side. Make sure the rings line up. And then slide on. the other piston. I just took a KE engine and made it into a KM. Everything's the same. Same piston, same rings. Everything is the same, completely interchangeable. I thought you guys would really be cool to show you guys this. So this is the KE 100 motor with a KM or a KD 100 cylinder on it. Now, this is cast iron. This can be bored out or honed. The only thing you can really do with these ones is send them out and have them reconciled. But these are a lot lighter, and it makes the bike a lot lighter. At least by like 8 pounds or whatever it was. I did a video on it, so it's on one of my channel, on one of my videos. Now, you also have other options, cylinder head options. You can use the factory KE 100 cylinder head. They'll bolt right on there. And you can do this if you have a KE. And if you have a KE and you don't want to have it like that, you don't have to have it like that. You can use a KM, KD, even the KD80 head is the same. And then puts on like that. And now you just convert this thing over to a complete KM 100 or a KD 100. Basically the same thing. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys with that. And junk engines do have a lot of good parts on them. So don't just throw them away. Get yourself a little box, shoe box. Take the goodies off of them and then scrap the rest. So I just figured I'd do a quick video and show you that. And I also wanted to show you guys, this is not a good repair. Let me show you this. Look at what they did to this poor Kickstarter. First off, that's not supposed to be bent like that. Okay, that is not a factory bend. That just shortened it up. Okay, it looks like they heated it up at one point and bent it. It's definitely not factory. The whole thing is twisted too. And they got this bolt on here, which I don't even think is going to come off. So I have to deal with that whole mess. So just a pain in the neck when you try to take them apart and you get someone does a hack job like that. These are metric threads. If your bolt is stripped out, okay, just say you strip this out, go to the hardware store, buy yourself the same bolt but a little longer and put the nut on the end of it. That's the fix for that. Don't put the nut like they have it there. That is not a fix. That is not a repair. That is a hack job. Literally a hack job. I don't even know if that's even going to come out, to be honest with you. I'm going to try. Which also tells me that this Kickstarter is also most likely junk. Oh my god. The shifter threads are all, you know, the shifter shaft threads are all screwed up. This engine's just absolutely hammered. But it's got some good parts into it, so I think we'll take the good parts and scrap the rest. Man. They used to nut as a spacer because they didn't have a bolt threaded all the way through. Simple trip to the hardware store, people. Okay, these bolt was a nut and a spacer. This thing is, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's just kind of bent because they over tightened it. It's not even a graded bolt. I just want to see if the Kickstarter is any good. I'm not banking on that. Sometimes they're junk because of what they did to it. Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't have my pull up here. Let's see if I can use this. Oh, I do have it right here. I gotta pick up my stuff and put it all away after before I do any more videos. I got parts and pieces absolutely everywhere, but I figured I'd do a quick little video, hang out with you guys for a few minutes, say hi, and keep working on. I love this battery tool. This is a really cool thing to have. Easy, buddy. Sometimes it gets it right on there and you get it right in the sweet spot and it'll pull it right off. I'm just using a battery tool right now to pull it off. I couldn't get it off by hand. Okay, look at that. Just a regular battery tool. For a top post battery puller. Oh no, and this Kickstarter shaft actually is in great condition. So I will keep that out of that motor. Because sometimes you get these and they're all stripped out. This one actually has very good teeth on it. Yeah, that's in really good shape. It's not all cleaned up. Yeah, that shaft is in good shape. I'm going to keep that Kickstarter. The shifter, on the other hand, this thing is just peened over. It's got a groove in it right here. I don't know how people do that. I don't know how they get to that point. It's simple. When you walk around your bike, you do a preliminary check, and what do you call it there? You know, you shake it up and down. If there's play in it, you tighten it up before you ride it. That's what you should be doing every time you take a trip with these. You know, because you got to walk around it and see if it's any decent, if it's any good. So you walk around the bike, you give the starter a little jiggle, and if it's loose, tighten it before you kick it. Okay? Don't let it be loose. Because all you're going to do is strip out your Kickstarter and then you're going to be trying to find one. And this Kickstarter's in fair condition. It's not... I think they put that Kickstarter on from another bike or something. Because that's just not... There's no way that those threads came off this. But anyway, that's what I just wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the cracking underneath. This whole motor right here is going to be stripped right down, taking the clutch basket out of it. I'm going to take the gears, see if the crank is salvageable, and going from there. Whatever's salvageable, I'll keep. Whatever's not, I'll keep the screws, I'll keep all that type of stuff. You never know what you're going to need, you know what I mean? But yeah, this thing is really handy. I kept the oiler. There's a nice oil on it. I kept the mechanism for the clutch. I kept the carburetor. Kept the cylinder. The cylinder was in excellent shape, considering the piston. I mean, it needs to be honed, but you can see the it's a cast iron cylinder. So I'll show you the piston. Look how bad this piston is. I mean, this thing is hammered. Look at that piston. Surprisingly, the cylinder doesn't look anything like the piston. You're looking at the piston like, what? I mean, it's smooth all the way around. It's just really just beat and hammered. So, rings are broken. You know, it's just seen better days. But it's not in bad shape considering the hell it's been through. So, but anyway, that's what I got for you guys. Oh, the rust pin's shot. Look at this way. You can see you can move it back and forth on that. It's junk. Wrist pin's gone. Wrist pin bearing gone. But well, anyway, that's what I got for you guys. Please subscribe, like the channel. If you guys have any questions or comments, I try to do these conversion videos to show you guys what you're looking at, because sometimes you go looking for a KE100 motor and you can't find one, but you can find a KD motor. It's the same engine. The MC1, the only difference between the MC1 and this one, see this piece right here sticking up? This is the detent for the neutral. The other bikes don't, some of the other ones don't have that. That might be the only difference you're going to see. But other than that, it's all the same. So, just figured I'd do that video. All the stuff is, like the oil pumps are all changeable, interchangeable. I do a lot of interchanging on my videos to show you guys what we'll work on. It's basically just a product. Getting to know you, what's compatible with what, and you know, helping you guys out, do your diagnostics and repairs. So thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me and spending time with me. I appreciate that. We're just gonna keep cranking out these videos until we cover all the bases. So this is like a we call ball game. We're gonna cover all of our bases. So we call it there, like a geometry teacher. We're gonna figure out all the angles. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, please like my channel, and please share it. Thank you very much.